Hey everybody, it's Doug here, bringing you our next episode of Shadows of Brimstone Forbidden Fortress. I believe this will be episode number 6. And we left off last time with a kind of a big fight going on. And I wanted to correct something that I caught during my editing that I missed. And that is these two cards. One is Creatures of Legend, says all mythic enemies are +2 health and +1 initiative. I did check, and we actually were okay. We still killed the Tengu, but on the initiative, this one really had 0 effect. But it does affect the 2 Temple Dogs because they are actually 12 health, not 10. And then we also have Overpowered, which means +1 damage for things that are large creatures. Which means that I went back and did some math on some damage, and the Sumo Wrestler is actually at 18 out of his 20 health, and that was after the monk healed him for last turn. So I'm going to keep these 2 cards out. I apologize that I missed them, but we did catch that, and now we're about to get on to our next turn. So we're just going to get started right away. Not going to do anything else. If there were a couple other things, then so be it. But let's move on. We got to finish this battle and continue on our adventures. So that said, the next thing you know, of course, we have to do is hold back the darkness. Well, that will be a miss, so just barely, that will be a miss. So, the disaster that is the koi pond could get worse right now as that goes up to 9, because we have to roll for these 2 corpse tokens here. So, let's see, the first one, nothing happens. Second one, is it a 4? I gotta remember, I think it's a 5 or 6 on the wake up. Yeah, 5 or 6, so those two possible undead creatures do not wake up, but we did fail to hold back the darkness. And I'm looking at some things because I think, yeah, okay. Here we go, because this is important. This is for our samurai. Let me just pull back here. When the hold back the darkness rolls failed, recover a grit on a d6 roll of 4+. That's for our samurai. So we're going to see if we can do that. And we do with a 5. So our samurai gets a grit token. That is Toshiro. He is in a better place with that. I'm going to look at the other ones too, because I think the other ones have something about holding back the darkness. Nothing that matters at this point, it looks like. Okay. We're good. We are caught up there on all of that. We failed our hold back the darkness roll. Now it's time to get to our next round. Even with the initiative, the dogs are still not as fast as our assassin. So our assassin is going to go next. And I believe that we are going to simply do our thing with her and just attack. Now, the 2 monsters are adjacent, so she doesn't get her deadly ability, unfortunately, but she does get to hit them. We're going to roll movement, a 1. That is fantastic because she already has 2 grit. I guess it doesn't matter. So anyway, we're just going to hit them. She wasn't going to move anyway. She's just going to attack the Temple Dog. See if we can do some damage to it. Remember, they are immune. They are tough. They are immune to critical hits. She gets 2 1s and a 6. I think I'm going to spend 1 of her grit to re-roll the 2 1s. See if we can get more hits. There we go. 3 hits. Much better. Now hopefully we can roll the damage dice just as well. And let's go. You know, the sad thing is the monk has never hit anything because I keep forgetting. In fact, I'm going to put this on her sheet so I don't forget it. But remember, her damage is actually a D8. So I got to remember that because she's using her staff two-handed. Anyway, let's do the damage for assassin on this Temple Dog here. A 2 is not going to break through their defense. A 2 is not going to break through their defense, and a 3 is not going to break through their defense. So 3 wonderful hits with 0 damage. Yikes. Okay. Also, I got to remember the fear roll. So before I finish this turn, I want to make sure I do the fear roll. We've got 2 sanity checks against the assassin's willpower. 1 failed, 1 succeeded. So we do get 1 more sanity added on to our assassin. Okay, and that is the end of the assassin's turn. Now, because of this card here, the Temple Dogs, which are mythical creatures, are going to get +1 on their initiative. So they are going to go next. They are both targeting our Sumo Wrestler, who's about to drop. And so we're going to get some dice out. They get 2 hits. Remember, they got that brutal bite, which I seem to roll a lot, almost every time I roll, because it requires a 6. But let's see what happens here. And again, 2 hits with one of those, so that means it was effectively 3 hits, but this hit is a 2 damage. So I'm just going to mark that as a 2 damage so we can see that. So our samurai has to has to try and roll to prevent all of this. Let's see what we can do. He might go down. Wow, failed completely. We're spending his last grit to see if we can recover from that. And we blocked 1 hit here. That means we've got 3, 4, 5 damage. That is enough to put him over the top. Our sumo wrestler goes down. Boom. I don't want to put a corpse token there because I don't want to stake it for something else, but that is going down. Luckily, we do have I haven't talked about it, we do have a revive token, which we're going to have to use in the next turn because the dogs brought our sumo wrestler down. Now, I think I do need to, I'm going to put him off to the side and put a corpse token there because the dogs can actually move over him. That is a shame, guys. That is a shame. Wow. Okay, and by the way, that means that the darkness track, I think, goes up 1 more, but I'm going to double check that when we do the revive event, because that will, in fact, I need to double check it now because that could create another darkness card. I do believe this is the time to use our revive token. It takes effect immediately. We can have him stand right back up. We're going to do that. It removes all wounds, all sanity damage from the hero, and he's back up. He will suffer another attack. Actually, I think based on that, this one will probably pick a new target just to try and be right. But we did use that token to get him up. He is recovered, and it means that when he does recover, he doesn't take any ongoing injuries, which, you know, going into the last battle, I really don't want him to have. So we did the revive token immediately. It doesn't say, I was looking at, there's some different rules. It's slightly different. There's obviously being KO'd. You can just leave the character until the end of the fight, and then they can recover, or you can use the revive token. It doesn't really say that you can't use it at any time. There's no, under revive tokens, it doesn't say when you can use it. It looks like you can just use it immediately because it's a very precious resource, so it makes sense. Very powerful resource. Anyway, I think we'll take this one and we're going to draw a new target. I think that would be the right thing to do because normally when you have a KO'd character, they do draw a new target. Let's see, it's going to go after the monk. Okay, that is fine. The monk actually has not taken a single point of damage this fight. So we are okay there. It is going to attack our monk, which means it's going to roll 2 dice. Of course, it'll probably roll a 6 or maybe even 2. It doesn't. It actually only hits once. That is amazing. So a 4 hits once. Is that correct? Yes. And then the monk has a defense of 4 and misses, so she will take 3 wounds. Okay, we can live with that, right? 3 wounds on the monk. First hit of the game. No brutal bite. Nothing else going on there. Just looking at their card. Oh, yeah. So that is the monk. The monk took those. Now also, because I did revive the sumo wrestler before his turn, I do believe he still gets a turn. It doesn't say that he doesn't. It just says if the character has 1 or more revive token, 1 token is discarded, and that hero is restored to full health and full sanity. They may recover 1 grit. The hero does not need to roll for injury or madness. That's all it says. So he's going to also have a grit back on him, and I think we're going to get to take his turn because he would then be now. He'll go now. So I think that's fair since we used that precious resource to revive him. Please tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm not, I'm playing it that way anyway right now. But he's using, again, his meaty hands. We're going to roll for his movement. A 1, that is good. He's got both his grit back, and all he needed to do, well, he's not going to move at all. He is going to turn and smack that dog there, temple dog, for 4 dice. Wow, what a whopping huge miss. He's got, let me see, 0 hits on that. So we're going to spend a grit and go again. There we go. 2 hits at least on him. Remember, the temple dogs do not suffer any critical effects, so we'll be lucky if we wound him. The first one is a 3, does not wound him. The second one is a 2, does not wound him. Wow, guys. We're just banging on them, banging on their metal bodies, their stone bodies, whatever, and not doing any damage. Fortunately, I also have to do the fear check on him. 2 fails. So he took 2 sanity, 2 1s. Wow. Okay. Not rolling real well right now. It's kind of hurting us in this fight and prolonging it. Next up, we're going to go to our traveling monk. We're going to recover a key token from the traveling monk. And she is going to strike. Now, she only has 2 dice for hits. So we're going to use her abilities for healing purposes. She cannot heal herself in this way. It says, at the end of the turn, at the end of each turn, you may heal 1 wound from every other adjacent hero. so we can heal from the samurai who doesn't have any, and currently the sumo wrestler who doesn't have any. So I might use some of this ki for damage. We'll see if she even hits. Wow, she did. She hit twice. That is fantastic. Okay, remember, D8, and also she is a Yamabushi, which means she gets +1 damage against mythical creatures. She can spend 2 ki to gain +1 damage. Let's see what she gets. A 1, no point. And on the second hit, a 5. That will actually do some damage. That's going to be a 6. So it's going to do 2 points right now. We will spend 2 ki to make that 3 points on the this temple dog here. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. Of course, I keep missing the fear checks. And I need to do that. So 3 more wounds on this guy here, and I got to roll the fear checks on the monk. Now the monk has a willpower of 3, so got both of them. Did not take any sanity damage. Okay, last but not least, we have our samurai. I'm going to do the fear check right now. Both misses, so our samurai is now up to 5. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And 6 sanity damage out of 10, so we're getting into trouble there as well. And that's that. Okay, now we're going to attack with the samurai. Samurai is attacking this one with 3 dice. Hopefully we do some damage so we can recover. I have 3 fury. I could do... Oh, let's roll for the movement. 6 for our samurai. I don't think I rolled for my monk either. A 2. Okay, so nothing there because they're not going to move. I could do this with 3, or I could save up and do this sweeping attack. Choose direction each model in the 3 spaces adjacent. That's not going to help either. This one would give us a... I have a move of 6, but this one gives a free move of 2, ignoring all escape tests, then do a single free combat hit. Let's just save that for the moment. We're going to just do a hit and see what we can do. Okay. Wow, 2 hits from the samurai. That is good. Remember, both of these hits do have. I'm going to spend a grit to make sure that once per turn, use a grit to add +2 damage on on one of your combat hits. So let's see. First off, let's do this one. 6 will definitely spend a grit to add 2 to that. That's an 8. That means it takes 4 more. So let's see. Is that gonna? It's not going to do it in. But we'll take. Let me see. We'll take 1 token off of there. That makes it a 5. Actually, it is enough to kill it. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 13. Remember, because of this card, it had 12, not 10. So we finally brought down a temple dog, and it was in the first hit. So the samurai can't follow up with the second hit. There's not going to be another target. This one goes off the board. I'll put it on his sheet for that, but he gains 2 fury for that. 1 for the hit and 1 for killing it. So now we got some fury going on there. Whew, finally brought down a temple dog. Wow, that was rough. But that ends our round, guys. So we're going to circle back, and we're going to roll again for... oh, wait, no, end of the round. We're going to do some healing. Well, no, we're not. Nobody adjacent to the monk is wounded. So we're going to not do that. Plus, I used the key for an attack. So let's roll the hold back the darkness. Yes, thank God we held back the darkness. We are okay. All right, now first up is our assassin. I think our assassin would like to... She can't do as much damage as the others. Let's make a movement roll for her. She rolled a 4. We can move in and attack, or we don't, and I let the monk do some attacking, etc. I think what our assassin is going to do is go 1, 2, 3 to here right now, so that she can recover some wounds from this fight, and that's going to be the end of her turn. She's not damaged really. She just doesn't have the ability to do a lot of damage. There's only two people can get near that dog at this point, unless we move out of the way. So we might try to do that. Okay, let's do this. We are going to roll for the temple dog now. Temple dog's turn is going to... Now, I didn't roll for the fear because the Asako is not next to the temple dog. So anyway, let's roll 2 dice for the attack from the dog on him. That's going to be 2 hits no extra hits this time. So we have to roll 2 defense rolls, a 5 and a 6. Wow, for once we actually succeeded completely. No damage taken to Honda this turn. Okay, next we're going to go, that was the dog. Now we're going to go to our traveling monk. Our monk is going to go, that is Yuki. She rolls a 4 on her movement. She's got one of the best chances of damaging, so she is going to step in there, which means I probably should have left her here. That would have been smart, but we didn't, so I'm not going to play it that way because she won't be next to her at the end of the turn. No, it's okay. She's only got 2 hits on her. We're going to recover those at the end of the round, I would think. So she steps up there, and she's going to attack the temple dog. The only problem with her, she only has 2 dice to hit with. Wow, she hit with both. That is fantastic. So the first one is going to be... Oh, I forgot to give her a key. She's got 3 key right now. Okay, let's see. She was not next to the dog, so she does not have to roll for fear. We rolled a 1, of course, on the first hit, and a 6 on the second hit. That's going to be a 7. That's going to be another 3 points to the temple dog, or I'm going to spend 2 key and make that 4 points. Boom. Putting the temple dog at 10 wounds. Okay, that's good. She's burning through her key points, but that's okay. And she can't heal this turn, but it didn't matter anyway. We're not very wounded. Okay, we're coming out of this pretty clean, even though it's just taking a long time to get it done. Okay, now we're going to go move on to our sumo wrestler Hondo. Rather. He needs to make 2 fear rolls against the dog. He succeeds at 1, fails at the other, so he's back up to 3 sanity damage already. And then he's going to attack with 4 dice. Let's roll for his movement. His movement is a 6. He's not going to move. Well, does he want to move out of the way? Because right now we're blocked in. But he's one of the other people that has one of the best chances to do damage. I think we're going to attack with 4 dice with him. Wow, God, he's just rolling so poorly. We're going to spend his grit to re-roll his attack dice. And he rolled almost worse, but he did get 1 hit at least, which results in nothing. So that's the end of that. Wow, that was awful. We got to get him out of the way and let our samurai in there somehow. That being said, I do believe that our samurai can't do anything except for, I don't know, what can he do? He's got bandages. He could do nothing. There's no point. He could spend the bandages on Yuki, but we're going to recover once we kill this thing. If we kill this thing, it's taking forever. So we're going to roll for his movement. He rolled a 4, so he doesn't recover any grit or anything. I think he's just going to hold tight. There's really not much he can do there. Okay, we're saving his artifact scroll for the big boss fight. That's going to be the end of the round. We're going to have to back out, I think, and let the dog come to us. So we're going to do some escape rolls in the next round. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so we're going to have to roll for holding back the darkness again. 7, that is going to be a failure. God dang. We are at a 10, which means we're going to draw a darkness card, and we're going to do a bunch of other things. This means a bunch of stuff is going to go south for us right now. The Koi Pond of Doom. Okay, here's the darkness cards. Do a quick shuffle. Vengeful Spirits. All ghosts and magic enemies are +2 damage on all of their attacks if they do not have an attack +5 health instead remains in play. So that's going to become one of these cards. We have 3 of those in play right now. Is there anything I can do to prevent that? I don't think I have any ability with these characters to stop a darkness card from coming into play. I do not. Okay. Can't you spend a grit or something like that? Let me look at this. Hold on. Wishful thinking. There's some special abilities that allow you to do that, but there's no base ability with grit that allows you to do that. So that darkness card is in play, and these temple dogs are not magic, so it's not going to affect them. Okay, and then we got to roll for the 2 corpses on the board to see if they come to life. Yes, one of them becomes a monster. We'll get him out, and the other one, yes, they both actually... My luck in this one is awful. Risen corpses have come up. I need to get their sheet out because they are joining the fray. We're not doing too well. Here's the Dishonored Dead. They are undead soldiers, samurai. They are not magic, nor are they mythical. So we are okay there. They're not getting any of the benefits of these cards. They're not large either. So they're just going to come out and attack, and they have a very low initiative. So let's start our new round. I mean, I don't know if we're going to win this one. This is really getting challenging for us here. Okay, well, at least we have some other things for our other characters to fight, right? Okay, now we're going to go to our assassin, who's got a d6 movement of 4. That's going to be a 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go there and kind of block them in so they... Oh wait, wrong character, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right to there. We don't have anything we can throw at them or anything we can do, so we're just getting ready to fight them. Yeah, that's all she can do. So she moved over there. That's it. Nothing else. Okay, that's the end of her turn. So the temple dog goes next with a 5 initiative. And it is going to roll 2 attack dice first. Yeah, 2 attack dice on our sumo wrestler. With 2 hits, sumo wrestler has to block the 2 hits. A 6 and a 6 easily, so that we've neutralized the dog for about 2 rounds now, as far as damage is concerned, but that's it. Okay, next up is our traveling monk. The first thing we have to do is roll a fear check. She needs a 3+ on these. She succeeds on both. I think she's going to do an escape test and move away, so we can get 3 people on this critter. So, escape test for the temple dog is a 4. Let's see if she can do it. A 1. No, so she did not move. She's just going to have to attack. A 6 and a 3. So we got 1 hit with a d8. Come on, do some 8. Wow, nice. Now with her damage, that is mythical. She just recovered a key point. She gets 1 at the beginning of every round. That gives her 2. I don't think we need it. 8 is going to kill the temple dog. Boom! She killed it. And does she get anything for that? No. She just gets the kill. Okay. Wow, as soon as we kill the temple dogs, the other enemies come a-knocking. Alright, well, that is going to mark the end of her turn. That was a good turn. I'm looking just to see if she has anything she can do with that. No. No, no. Okay. She does have this tarnished coin, which I'm saving for the final battle, in case she gets really nailed. It allows her to recover full health and sanity and gain a grit. But that's it. She didn't do her Fist of Flurry. I could have done that, but I guess you get to use the staff with that. It doesn't say. It says once per turn making a melee attack. It doesn't say you can't make a melee attack with the staff. But we didn't do it anyway because we only have 1 grit, and that's that. So, okay, dog's done. End of the monk's turn. Sumo's turn. He rolls a 2 on movement, so he's just going to go 1, 2 to here. He'll look at those guys, the 2 undead across the bridge there, and yell at them. Okay, that is his turn. Then we're going to go on to our samurai. Samurai rolls a 6 on movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just going to stop right there. So that'll block them in when they move. Then last but not least is the Dishonored Dead. They have a whopping movement of 2, so they go 1, 2, 1, 2. They're just coming up on our 2 characters there. So that's all that happened. Okay, that is the end of the round. We'll clean up. Let's do the Hold Back the Darkness roll. A 12. Actually, that's good. That counts as a success for us. And a 6, which is Stubborn Resolve. The place is horrible and unforgiving, but you're not about to give up without a fight. Each hero immediately heals 1d6 wounds sanity or recovers 1 grit. Okay, well, for our assassin, we'll do the 1d6 wounds and sanity. So 1, so we'll recover 1 sanity. For our sumo wrestler, we'll recover some sanity. 1 again. Wow, rolling like a champ. For our traveling monk, we'll recover some wounds. A 4. That means she is completely healed. She'll land 3. And for our samurai, we're going to recover 1 sanity. Wow, guys, I rolled 3 1s in that. 3 1s out of 4 characters. That is brilliant. Alright, so that was a fantastic roll that resulted in very little benefit. Now, that is, however, the end of the darkness roll, so we're going to get to go. First up is our assassin. She rolled a 4, so she's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. She could move 5, but we're not going to bother. Actually, she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And not that it matters, but it'll give us the other characters some room to come in and fight. She will then strike with her sai. Now she does get her deadly because those 2 guys are not next to each other and they're not adjacent. And then she will attack. She got 1 hit against the undead, the Dishonored Dead, which will do 1 point of damage and not go through their defense. Okay. Bad job again, assassin. So she likes to flirt, do all this flashy stuff with her size, but she doesn't like to actually hurt anything. So that's that. Okay, next up we are going to have our traveling monk. She rolls a 6. That is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. She goes right behind. Nope, she'll go right there, and she's going to attack that Dishonored Dead. Remember, she's got a bonus. No, these are not mythical creatures. She's going to go right there. Leave some room for our samurai to get by. And she can still attack this one here. She's got 2 dice. Which she's going to do, she has a grit. She's going to spend it to do her Fists of Fury right here. Once per turn, when making a melee attack, spend 1 grit to roll 1 extra combat against each enemy currently adjacent. She is going to move here. Can she do that? I don't remember. Let me see. She was here. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She can't get there, so she'll just go there. Yeah, okay. She's still going to use it, so she gets an extra die. And she missed all of them, and she has no grit for a reroll, so that was terrible. Okay. She's back up to 1 grit. No, she's got 3 grit now. She didn't spend the last turn. All right, and our sumo wrestler goes next. He's got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's moving, and that's all he does. And then our samurai gets a 1, which recovers him a grit and does not get him into the fight. He'll just move there and block that. Wow, guys, this is not going that well. All right, let's continue on for our next Hold Back the Darkness roll. I did not think I would have to do 2 episodes on 1 tile. This is crazy. Okay, let's go. Okay, our Hold Back the Darkness roll is an 8. Oh, but it's doubles again. Okay, well, let's see what we get. Splintered Collapse. Pull this back a little bit here. The broken and splintered ceiling of the fortress is unstable and prone to collapse. Each hero in the fortress immediately takes 3 hits that do 2 wounds each. That is wonderful. Okay, we'll start with our assassin. 3 hits. Got to have a defense of 4. Defended against one of them. I think we're going to spend a grit to defend against the other. To roll the other 2 dice. Wow. 4 hits. So I'll just put a 5. 6 wounds on the assassin. Our sumo wrestler. Defended against 2 of them, so took 2 hits. This is going to be fantastic. Our traveling monk defended against all 3 with 3 5s, and our samurai defended against 2, taking 2 wounds. But I have armor. I'm going to roll for each one of those wounds. Took 1 wound. Nope, armor's 5 plus, so 2 wounds. Okay. All right, well, there's that. Now remember, these guys do have fear, so now when I'm starting adjacent to them, I have to deal with that. But that was our Hold Back the Darkness roll. So we didn't go up in the darkness track, but we did suffer that depth event effect. So let's roll now for our assassin. She's going to roll her movement. She rolls a 5, and then she has to roll a fear check of 1. She rolls a 5 and defends against that as well. Her willpower is a 4. She's going to attack this thing with that. She got 1. No, she got 2 hits there. That's good. First hit is a 5. It is deadly, so it's a 6. Wait, I didn't do their turn, did I? I didn't do their turn. Okay. Anyway, back it up. We're going to keep that roll, but I didn't do their turn. That is stupid of me. Okay, let's do this. He's going to go attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, so attacking the monk. And we'll keep that hit and everything that the assassin did, but that's no. We'll redo it. That's fine. Anyway, it is going to strike her with 4 combat. They're pretty good at fighting, and they need a 5 or better. So it actually missed her. Then this one, it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. So it's going to go 1, 2 up to there, and strike at our samurai. It got 2 hits on the samurai. Samurai gets a defense of 4. Blocked 1. We'll take 3 hits unless we roll armor. We rolled 1 armor, so it takes 2 more wounds from the undead. Okay, there. Now we're caught up. Now we go to our assassin. Our assassin hit and roll. Let me see. Our assassin rolled for movement, blocked a sanity, rolled for hits. Okay. I think she hit once, right? She hit once. So let's roll the damage and say that, because we did hit once. 6 is actually going to be enough to kill that, which is important to us. But they do have armor of 5+, so since that will do 2 points of damage effectively, It did not block it, and we killed this one. That's fair, I think. Now, the assassin, when she kills an enemy, she gets to recover a sanity. Okay. Next up is our traveling monk. Traveling monk gets a key token, has to make a fear check 1, succeeds, rolls movement, 3 is not moving, and is going to strike the Dishonored Dead. Got 1 hit. Oh, I rolled too many dice. Hold on. Got 2 hits on it with 2 dice. That's good. And D8 damage. 1 is an 8. That's enough to kill it. We're going to roll for armor. So it's got a defensive 4. Needs 2 hits, but it took 4. It's got to roll 4 armor rolls. It blocked 1, 3. It is dead. And the monk killed it. That is good. Okay. We don't get anything for that, but we finally cleared the board. All right, now 2 of our characters went. So now we get to the next part of this. I'll clean up and be right back. Okay, we're going to start with our assassin. She did get to go, so she only gets to roll a d6 for catching our breath. She rolls a 6. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 of these, and 3 wounds. So she will have 3 wounds on her still. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now our sumo wrestler. Actually, that wasn't a 6, it was a 3, so all the wounds stay. It was just recovered all the sanity. This is a D3, not a D6. Now, he gets to roll a D6 because he did not take an action, so he gets to recover both his wounds and both his sanity. That is good. And then we also have our monk. Our monk has nothing to recover, and then we have our samurai. Samurai has quite a bit. We're going to roll a d6 since he didn't go either. So 5, that's good. I think he's going to take all this sanity damage off him. So that's going to be all of that. Good. Okay, done. Now we had 2 monster cards during that fight, which means we get to draw 2 loot cards per person. So let's start with our assassin. We're going to draw a Darkstone Shard and the sack of gold. I will take care of that right now. Okay, sumo wrestler, 2 loot cards. One is okay. We got golden nuggets and a dark stone. So we will add a dark stone and then get a d6 plus times 50, so 3, so 150 gold, 20 experience, and add that in. 150 gold and a dark stone. Okay, dark stone will be useful later. Let's go into our monk. All right, monk. Boom. Boom. Okay. What's this? Draw an artifact or a gear card and gold bars. Okay, so 40 experience points for Yuki. I gotta do their experience. They might actually be at a leveling point. 250 gold. That is outstanding. And we get to draw an artifact. So let's do that. Let me get the artifact deck out for the Fotress. It's a pretty thick deck. There's lots of cool things to be had. And here we go. What do we got? Boom! Arcane Scroll. When drawn, roll a d6 to see what the scroll holds. 1 to 2. Okay, we're going to have to roll and see what it holds. It's a 2. So it is a heal 2d6 wounds. That's pretty good. It would be nice to get one of these spells. Discard it when we use it. Okay, that is her artifact. I'm not liking that we're getting these temporary artifacts, but that's okay. They'll help us in the last battle. Last but not least, we have our samurai. Let's do a little better shuffle here. We get some variety. What do we get? We get coins, 25 coins, and this should come in handy. Draw a gear card. Okay, that's good. So 40, Toshiro gets 40 experience points, 25 more coins, and we get to draw a gear card. So we're going to do that right now. Here is our gear. We get a wind emblem. Use 3 darkstone to attach to anything. A bonus. To attach to any item. So we have to attach this to an item. It says once per turn, you may reroll all of your hit rolls. Well, that's good. Not useful right now to us, though. Like, we could attach that to our armor. Our armor can have 2 attachments, for example, upgrade slots, and so does our katana. Well, anyway, we can attach to an item. So that's that. That is the end of our round. That means these guys have gone away. They are kaput. Yes, and we get to move on. Now that we have recovered, let's hold back the darkness. And we did with a 9. That is good. Okay, and then we're going to roll for our... She's going to move right up to the door. We got to get moving. That's her move. She rolled a 6. Our traveling monk rolls a 6 as well. She'll move right behind her there. She'll move right here because we need. She'll move right here so the samurai can get by. Okay, he will just move up to here, halfway in between there, and then our samurai will move right between them. So, actually, we'll do this. We'll do this. It'll look like that going into that room. Okay, now we're going to draw a map card and an encounter card. Here's our map deck. What do we get? A T-junction passage. So it's not going to do much for us. We'll get that out. There's no exploration. Okay, there is our T-junction. So we're going to then roll to hold back the darkness. We failed, which means we are up to an 11 now on holding back the darkness. We only got 3 more slots we can do on that. That is really bad. This is not a room tile, so I do not place undead, and there are no undead here. You know, I had one more scavenge left. Did I want to do that? Let's say that just for the sake of discussion. No, let's say we didn't. We got room. We can still do it this turn. It's fine. Okay, now we're going to roll. We'll go 2 for our assassin. She'll go 1, 2. She got +1 movement. She'll go to 3 right there. And explore that passage. She's going to explore. Okay, then we're going to roll for our monk. Our monk rolls a 1. She will recover a grit and just move here. That's not great. Our sumo wrestler rolls a 4. He will move here, but he will scavenge the hallway. Oh wait, she'll scavenge the hallway before we end her turn. She actually succeeded. So, I'm sorry, scavenge the remaining part of the koi pond, the koi pond of death. Useful discovery. We draw 10 points and draw a gear card. Well, that was good. We haven't had that's probably the best one we've ever gotten. So she gets 10 more experience. I really do need to calculate experience. They might be getting close. We've done a lot. And then we get to draw a gear card for her. That is outstanding. Okay, let's see. Here's gear. Let's see what she gets. A follower's banner. +1 health for any +1 or 2 if equipped by an ally. Well, why wouldn't she just equip it? Yeah, she's going to equip it for +1 health. Okay. We can determine that later if we change it. These aren't the best items we've ever seen, but I'll take +1 health. That gives her a 13. That's not bad. Okay, and then this is scavenged out. There. Okay, and then then he's going to scavenge when he moves there into the hallway. He succeeds at that. That's good. Okay, let's see what we get here. What do we get? Small find, $25 and 10 experience points. Okay. Okay, next up we have our samurai. He rolls a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll move right into there. And then he too will finish off the hallway scavenging. He succeeds as well. So we're doing pretty well on the scavenging. Just shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. Let's see what we get. Chilling Dread. When you find what you find in the shadows only confirms the doom. At 10 experience points and draw a growing dread card for the stack. You know, we have most of the growing dead cards out. I mean, we'll just take this one and add it to our stack. It's going to be a fun final battle, I'll tell you that right now. That was sarcasm, by the way. And Toshiro gets 10 more experience. So in between this episode and any next battle, I'm going to have to do some experience calculations. But we are back around, I think, to our next round. And we have explored, so we're going to have to make some adjustments to the map area so I can explore this room. Okay, here we go with our map deck. We get the courtyard stairs. And as you can see, I have adjusted our map a bit. So we'll put those back. We'll get out the courtyard stairs. Okay, there's our courtyard stairs. I'm leaving this out so we can determine how many exits there are. And we're going to make one more hold back to darkness roll. We'll see what's in the room. If it's a fight, we'll pause there and get ready for the next episode. Okay, let's do it. Okay, there's our room set up. If we do have an encounter there or something that we have to get into a fight, we'll pause, and that'll give me time to calculate experience, see if we have anybody that can level up, and prepare for our last battle. Let's do that. 6, 7, 8. Oh, Bear just made the darkness roll. Good. Okay, no fear there. So, that's the end of the round. Oh, wait, actually, at the end of the round, we would have done this. Boom. We'll save that. That's our darkness roll for the beginning of the round. Encounter 2, but we have hit another exclamation point. So I believe this is going to be it for us, guys. Okay, the twins. When the second clue is found, the heroes have discovered the lair of the second twin. As the objective room, ignore any attacks or encounters listed on the exploration card. Also ignore any door or gate icons on the token, as the objective room has no exits. Reveal all growing dead cards in the stack as normal, and then the heroes must face an epic threat card randomly selected from only those that include the Harinago enemy. Okay, so I'll have to set that up. But let's look at our growing dead cards. We're going to stage the battle for next round. What do you have? We have, so first off, we have a dark and twisted laughter echoes through the halls. I know why you have come, and that you are already too late, she says. Every hero must make a Spirit 5+ test. For each hero that fails, move the darkness forward 1 step on the depth track. Wow, that could end our game. We'll see how that goes. It won't end our game, but it'll make things really bad for us. Let's see. What evil lurks in the hearts of men, known only to the shadows, yet those lurking fears manifest when the shadows are dragged into the light. At the start of the next fight round, add an extra threat card to the fight. Wow, okay. That's really awful, because now we're going to have a epic threat with the Harinago on it, as well as a normal threat card. This just could be tragic. So we're going to set the battle up, and then we'll stop. Shadows of the deep. The deepest places of the world hold the darkest secrets and the deadliest foes. The darkness works tirelessly to dredge the darkness shadows from the deep. During the next or current fight, every enemy gains +1 health while the darkness is in the lowest stage of the depth track. It's not in the lowest stage of the depth track, or +2 health if in the middle stage, or +3 health it's in the higher stage. Okay, so they have, looks like they have +3 health. No, it's in the lowest stage, isn't it? But they're about to exit, so it's closest to the light, I think. We'll look at that. Okay, and then horrific dread. The darkness sees with evil as the shadows all around you begin to take nightmarish shapes, twisting to form your worst fears. Wow, as we entered this room, all kinds of crazy stuff happens. The darkness moves forward 1 step on the depth track. If it moves onto a blood spatter or growing dead space, every hero takes 2 horror hits. It does not. It just moved onto the 12 space, which is a blank. So that is done, but we do have things we have to do. So I'm going to put the shadows from the deep aside, and then we're going to have to contend with this. So let's get, we know that the Harinago is going to be one of them. So we're going to have to do the Spirit 5 test first. Let's do that. Let's get those out of the way. Our assassin has a Spirit of 1, so she's very likely to take the hits. A 5, no, she didn't. Nice. Okay, our samurai, sorry, meant to say sumo, 3. He rolls a 6 and a 6, he passed. Our monk rolls 2, oh yeah, easily, and our samurai rolls a 5. Wow, we actually succeeded at all of those. That is fantastic. Means this does not happen. Wow, that is discarded. Goodbye, growing dread. We don't have to worry about you. Okay, but we do have to worry about these other ones. The darkness moves 1 step forward. We did that. It did not move on to a blood spatter. We'll discard that one. Okay, now I got to get out the greater threats, the epic threats. Okay, we have 2 such threat cards. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that. So a 3. So we're going to draw 2 additional low threat cards on top of having the Harinago, plus, because of that, 1 regular threat card to the 1 normal one, which would be a medium. So we'll do the medium first, and we'll do the 2 lows and see what comes with the Harinago. A power die of Tengu rather. So we'll roll that. See, we get 3 Tengu. Okay, that's not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Okay, we'll put that back, and then we have the low threats. Where are those? Let's find our low threat deck. Where's the low threat? Low threat deck. Where are you? Here it is. Okay, low threat deck. Here we go. We got 2 we have to draw from there, so we got 3 Tengu. And then this one, 1 Kamuso Summoner and 1 Fallen Sorcerer. Okay, and then 1 Temple Dog. Okay, well, could be worse. Okay, the first thing we have to do is set up our enemies. So the fastest of the enemies is the Tengu, so they're going to get placed first. So you do, I think, isn't that right? Let me just double check. I think you do lowest or highest to lowest on the enemies. Let me look. That's reverse order of initiative. And by the way, I rolled the maximum for the corpses. It was D3 plus 1, so there are 4 corpses in the back of the room. Next up then would be the, let's see, our villain would be the next one to be placed. So if I take all these guys off, the Horanago is going to be right there. That's her. She is the older sister, the other twin sister. We also have to get a trait card for her. This is going to be her. She is Yuki Ono. We'll see what she does in a moment. Okay. Then we're going to, next up after her will be the Temple Dog. Actually, look, the Temple Dog and her are even, except they're going to be even. That will go here. So there's a Temple Dog by the stairs there in the back. Actually, I think that they would go, yeah, no, this is right. Okay, they're just hard to get to. They got to get through places. Okay. Then next up is going to be the Summoner, the Kabuso Summoners, or Kamuso Summoner rather. He is going to be here. Next up, we will have the Fallen Sorcerer. He's going to be here. That's the next available space. Then 1 Tengu here and 1 Tengu there. And those are our enemies all placed out. Now we got a bunch of things we got to cover real quick. So we have all of this. We have the overpowered large creatures. That is the Temple Dog. That's it. And I think our villain is also a large creature. Yes. We have the creatures of legend, all myth creatures. So myth creatures are the sorcerers. Nope. Our villain, the Harango, our Tengu, and the Temple Dogs are all myth creatures, so that will be in play. And the vengeful spirits, let's see, that is ghosts and magic. So 1, 2 magic, and 1 ghost. So we got a lot to keep track of here, guys. Wow. Okay, we're going to stage this. I got to put all these things out so I can remember them. Like I said, we're going to not go here. We also have to do some special things. Like I got to set up their void magic. It says at the start of the activation, if not adjacent to a hero, after any retreat, a fallen sorcerer rolls a d6 on a 1 to 4. It hurls an elemental bolt targeting the per shootout, and then it says elemental bolt. So it doesn't actually get any other spells. There's a void magic thing, but I guess that's not for these guys yet, unless they're tougher or something. I don't know. Anyways, damage is power dice, so they're pretty nasty. These guys have magical barrier, chilling tones, dark. We'll get through it as we go. We've seen the other ones, so we're gonna probably. But it's going to be a tough fight, guys. It's going to be really tough. We don't even have that many turns to do it in. If we succeed, it'll be amazing. Be absolutely amazing. And then we also have this. So they're going to have some additional health in that too. I don't know how we're going to survive it. We're going to have to be very, very clever and do as much damage as possible. I did save some things for this that we got. We got the Scroll of Thunder, the Arcane Scroll. Scroll of Thunder is actually pretty cool. We haven't used any of our bag items like the bomb yet. But we can, when they gather up on us, we're going to blast the heck out of them with this. So, guys, that's going to end this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll leave it in this cliffhanger. We entered the room, and oh my god, we're about to be overwhelmed. So, that is going to be the end of that. And we'll see if we can manage to survive our next encounter. It's looking pretty grim for us. That's a pretty big mob of enemies. But we'll see, and we'll talk to you in the next episodes. Take care, and I hope you're enjoying this. Again, very fiddly game, but a very fun game. Lots of things going on. This is one of those ones, if you make a few errors in that, you just keep going because there's too much to keep track of anyway. But we'll see how this goes. That last fight was pretty long and rough. This one's going to be pretty long and rough, so expect that too. And I'll see you next time.